When she wired the $5,000, she told herself it wasn't about money. It was about repair. Her sister had always said she was distant, too focused on work, too serious. Not family enough. Funding the vacation felt like proof of effort. A gesture that said, I'm here, I'm trying. The rental house was modern and expensive, glass walls, pale wood floors. The kind of place that made everything look curated. Her name sat on the booking confirmation. Her card had cleared the deposit. She received the email with the digital lock code. She forwarded it to her sister without comment. At check-in, her sister hugged her briefly, distracted. The kids ran ahead. Her brother-in-law carried nothing. Can you grab the snack bag? Her sister said immediately, already scanning the kitchen. It was small, harmless. She grabbed the bag. The pattern didn't announce itself. It formed gradually. Can you watch them while we unpack? Can you sit with them while we run to the store? You're so good with them. She told herself she didn't mind. She loved her nieces. She had always been the reliable one, the one without children, without chaos. She had space, she had money. The laughter happened that evening on the patio. They were talking about how expensive the place was. Her brother-in-law joked about living like influencers for a week. Her sister turned to her friend on FaceTime and said, smiling, oh, she's not really a guest. She's our built-in childcare. Then she looked directly at her. You're not a guest. You're here to babysit. She laughed. Her husband laughed. The friend on the screen laughed. It wasn't venomous. It was casual. Assumed. She smiled back. Not tightly, not dramatically, just enough. In that moment, something rearranged internally. Not anger. Not humiliation, something colder, clarity. She watched the rest of the evening like a documentary narrator. How her sister handed her a juice box without asking. How decisions about dinner were made around her, not with her. How thank you for paying had never been spoken aloud. After the kids fell asleep, the house went quiet except for the low hum of the air conditioning. Her sister and brother-in-law opened a bottle of wine downstairs. She sat on the edge of the guest bed and stared at the pale rug. $5,000. She tried to locate the exact moment she had agreed to become useful instead of valued. It hadn't happened tonight. It had happened over years, when she paid for small things, when she covered emergencies, when gratitude turned into expectation. The power dynamic had always been inverted. She financed, they defined. She opened her laptop. The booking confirmation email was still there. Primary renter, her name. Security deposit holder, her name. Emergency contact, her name. She scrolled to the property management number. Her voice, when she called, was calm. Yes, I'm the primary on the reservation. I need to reset the digital access code. There was a pause while the representative verified her identity, date of birth, billing zip code, last 4 digits of her card. Thank you, Ms. Khan. The code has been updated. Only the primary guest will receive the new one. A soft chime hit her inbox, new code. The turning point was invisible but concrete. Authority had aligned with ownership. She packed slowly, not in anger. Not in secrecy. She folded each item carefully, placed her toiletries back into their pouch, zipped the suitcase without force. Downstairs, her sister's laughter floated up the staircase. She typed one message. I paid for a vacation. I didn't agree to employment. I'm heading home. The property manager has my contact if you need anything. She didn't block anyone. She didn't explain further. She carried her suitcase down the stairs. Her sister looked up confused. Where are you going? Home. Her sister blinked. It's 10 at night? I know. Her brother-in-law frowned. What about tomorrow? We were going to the beach. You still can? She didn't reference the joke. She didn't defend herself. Her sister's tone sharpened slightly. Don't be dramatic. I'm not. That was the only edge in her voice. She stepped outside. The air was cooler than she expected. The driveway light clicked on automatically. Inside, she heard the patio door slide open and then... Wait. Her sister tried the front door after her, perhaps intending to follow. The keypad beeped. Error. Another beep. Error. A pause. The unmistakable realization that access required something she no longer provided. Her sister called her name once, but it wasn't furious. It was startled. She didn't turn back. Her phone vibrated before she reached the car. What did you do? Why isn't the code working? This is ridiculous. She started the engine before replying. The reservation is under my name. I'll keep the booking active until tomorrow morning so you can arrange alternative payment with the property manager. Her message was factual, not emotional. Silence for 30 seconds. Then, you're overreacting. It was a joke. She stared at that word, joke. She typed carefully. It stopped being a joke when it became accurate. She placed the phone face down on the passenger seat and pulled out of the driveway. No dramatic music, no tears. Just the hum of tires on asphalt. Halfway down the highway, the adrenaline faded. In its place was something steadier, not triumph, not revenge, relief. For once, the financial leverage she carried quietly had been acknowledged, not through yelling, not through punishment, but through procedure. Authority had not been a weapon, it had been documentation. The next morning, she received one more message. We've sorted it with the management company. We'll talk later. Not an apology, not yet. But the tone had shifted. For the first time, her sister was handling a consequence that wasn't softened for her. At home, she unpacked her suitcase before making coffee. The house felt ordinary, quiet, undramatic. She sat at her kitchen table and examined the ache that remained. Boundaries didn't erase hurt. They just clarified it. Her sister might call in a week. Or not. The relationship wasn't destroyed. It had simply lost its imbalance. If there was another trip someday, it would come with terms spoken clearly at the start, or it wouldn't happen at all. She didn't celebrate. She didn't post anything online. She didn't tell extended family. She simply returned to work on Monday with a posture that felt slightly different, less accommodating, less eager to prove love through payment. The laughter from that patio would linger for a while, but so would the memory of the keypad beeping behind her. A small electronic confirmation that access to houses, to money, to her now required permission, and permission finally was hers.